Hello and welcome to Project 380. Today we are going to start building on the car. We are going to start off with the manifold, which I believe is the root of any MX5 turbo build. You can build on your turbo setup from the manifold upwards. The manifold determines what turbo you're going to use and what sort of budget you're going to go for. There's loads of options for the turbo manifold out there. Like I say, depending on your budget, they start off at about 60 to 110 pound for a DIY manifold which you weld and notch together yourself. They can have T25, T28, TD04 flanges. You can also buy these pre-made. They start about 170 pound onwards. Or you have the option of going a cast manifold, which is stronger. They probably won't crack, but they do come a bit more expensive. G19 do one. I'm not sure about the price of that, but that comes in a TD flange. Scuzzle Motorsports do one in a TD flange, again cast manifold, 370-ish pound. They go onwards up from there. You can get kits which include the manifold and the downpipe, start at about £600. But I actually have had a manifold for almost 6 years. My missus bought me for this one Christmas, so we'll use this one. It's a CX Racing equal length tubular manifold. T3 flange, so I'm gonna get a T3 turbo. The metal itself, the thickness of the tube is 3mm, 304 stainless, and it costs about £400, but this one was bought from Australia, so with the import tax it cost near on £500. CX Racing say on their website it will not crack, so we'll put it to the test. Let's get fitting it. Okay, first thing you're going to do is remove your strut brace to allow access to all of the manifold. So before you do this, make sure your wheel is supported if you've got the car off the ground. If you're doing it on the ground, it's fine, but once these bolts come out, the suspension will drop out of the way. If your engine has never been tampered with before, usually you would have a heat shield on here, which usually is rusty. It usually snaps all the bolts, but there'll be a couple of bolts here, here, and here. Remove that out of the way. On some models they'll have an EGR valve. The pipe links in here. Just take that off. I'm pretty sure it's a 24mm nut. But once that's all out of the way, you're left with your manifold like this. There are 9 bolts, so just give them a good old squirt. Once I've had a good time to soak, it's time to crack them off. One of them is a bit hard to get to. You won't be able to use a ratchet and socket to get to it. And that's that one down here. A swan neck will do. but the rest you can get a ratchet and socket on. When there is heat ramp on it, make sure you wear gloves because this stuff is incredibly itchy. The lamber positions are different throughout all the models and engine capacities, but on the Mark II 1.8 they're here. Hopefully we can just pull the cable through. We can leave that in there for now, as we're not going to be using it anymore. So underneath, come to the first flange, just 2 bolts. They're probably going to be rusty, they're probably going to be rounded. Give them a good old squirt, leave them to soak, come back in a couple of minutes. Just remember that this coolant hose has got a bracket on it that is connected to the manifold. So a little bit closer look at the manifold. And gonna have to work with a little bit of space here for the downpipe. But my main concern is the coolant hose is almost touching. Not quite, but I think that's gonna have to be something that's addressed. And the heater hose that goes to the heater matrix runs right behind it, so that may have to be changed as well. If you want to see the previous video, click here. If you enjoyed this video or if you learned anything, remember to like and subscribe.